you sexy people out there, how are you doing? I hope you're doing pretty goddamn good. So yesterday I did a vlog that I deleted because it got to the point where it was like I ranted so much about it that it went to the place where it was not fit for internet. So I was talking about racism in my country, because actually someone asked me about racism in my country a couple of weeks ago, or about a week ago or something, and I said it's about the same as America. We have racism. It's here. It's bad and it shouldn't. It's horrible. Anyway, there was an incident on Australia Day where in the newspaper there was two girls of Muslim descent, but they were born here in Australia, so they were Australians. But because, you know, a racist person has seen this, they've put a meme on it and said, "Oh, how un-Australian is this?" And I commented, "Well, how racist is this?" And then they had to bring up, "Oh, religion is not being hating a religion is not being racist." Yes, it is. Calling, you know, hating against something is racism. If you don't like it and you make fun of it or assume something about a race or a religion, that's racism. So in 2012, I saw a post that I posted that I actually do believe in, like, that, you know, anyway, so I'm going to read that out to you, because this is, Bob Katter is one of our Aussie politicians, and he was saying it as it is, because, and you know what, he's not wrong. And this is what most Australians believe in, and it's what I believe in. And I think that there's nothing racist in this. He's just trying to say to those racist people and those people who are, like, you know, of Middle Eastern descent, that this is what you should do. Alright, so it says, "My great-great-great-grandfather watched as his friends died in the Boer War. My grandfather watched and bled as his friends died in World Wars I and II. My grandfather watched as his friends and brother died in the Depression of '32. My father watched as his friends died in Korea. I watched as my friends died in Vietnam, East Timor, and Desert Storm." So this is from Bob Katter. Bob Katter saying this. "Our sons and daughters watched and bled as their friends died in Afghanistan and Iraq. None of them died for the Afghanistan and Iraq flag. Every Australian died for the Australian flag. At a Victorian high school, foreign students raised a Middle Eastern flag on a school flagpole. Australian students took it down. Guess who was expelled? The students who took it down. West Australian high school students were sent home because they wore t-shirts with the Australian flag printed on them. Enough is enough. This needs This message needs to be viewed by every Australian, and every Australian needs to stand up for Australia. We've been over to appease the Aussie haters long enough. I'm taking a stand. I'm standing up because of the hundreds of thousands who died fighting in wars for this country and for the Australian flag. And shame on anyone who tries to make this a racist message. Australians, stop giving away your rights. This is our country. This statement does not mean I'm against immigration. You are welcome here in my country. Welcome to come legally, get a sponsor, learn the language, as immigrants have in the past. Live by our rules, dress as we Australians do, get a job, pay your taxes, no social security until you have earned it and paid for it. Now find a place to lay your head. If you don't want to forward this of fear of offending someone, then you're part of the problem. We've gone so far the other way, bent over backwards not to offend anyone. Only Australians seem to care when Australian citizens are being offended. Wake up, Australia. If you do not pass this on, may your fingers cramp. Made in Australia, and damn proud of it. Some of that I don't really. I mean, some of it sounds really racist, but that's what he wrote. That's what I posted. I shared it along. I don't remember if it got any comments or anything like that, or likes or whatever. It doesn't really show me. But so he was talking about some people who put a flag up. So the question is, were these kids who put their country's flag up in this school allowed to do that? Or, what was the point behind the putting another, you don't do that. I don't think I wouldn't go to someone else's country and put my flag up on a government, in a government school. All schools are run by the government, so, why? If it was a multicultural day where you can bring your flag or whatever, or from whatever country you're from, sure. But if it was something, just out of the blue, Australians have the right to take it down and say, hey, this is not your country, this is my country. I was born here. So there was another big uproar about how I was celebrating Australia Day, my Australia Day, because I was born here in Australia, so I'm Australian. So, but also Australia Day on the 26th of January lies on Invasion Day, the day that Captain Cook came here and plundered and raped and killed and a whole lot of our native Aborigines, who I love and adore. But I got ridiculed because I was celebrating the day because I'm Australian. But then again, so this person that was trying to change my views of don't celebrate Australia Day on the 26th of January, celebrate it on May 8th, which they're trying to change it to May 8th. Mate. Fine, change it to May 8th. I'm still going to do the same thing I did on Australia Day, and that's celebrate that I'm Australian. What's the difference? I didn't do anything other than celebrate who I am, an Australian. I wasn't celebrating Captain Cook finding Australia and raping all those people and killing and, no. I was celebrating my day, the 35 years I've been here in Australia. That's what I was celebrating. But the person that was arguing the point isn't even Australian. Well, she's half Australian. She's got a dual citizenship. She's actually from England. And who were the people that came over to Australia to found Australia? They were English. So it wasn't the Australians who killed and raped and plundered. It was the English who killed and raped and plundered this land. It was her time. It was her kind. It was her people that did this, not my people. My people, the Australian people, didn't started when the first ever Australian was born on this land. Whoever that was, he or she was the first Australian. The people that came over from the boats were English or other descent. German, Irish, Scottish, Welsh. But the first person who was born here when it was declared Australia, that is the day the first Australian set foot on this land. Actually, if there's ever an Aboriginal who watches this vlog, what was Australia called before it was invaded? I would love to know that. It's probably on Wikipedia somewhere. But I want you guys to get in the comment section below and tell me, educate me. I love the Aboriginal culture. The Aboriginal culture before Australia is amazing. Before all these people, or before these English people came and built cities. Anyway, there was a word yesterday that I couldn't think of, and I still can't think of the word. Whatever. Racism needs to stop. And what we need to do is we need to exactly what he says at the end of that was get a sponsor, learn the language, live by our rules, dress as we Australians do, get a job, pay your taxes, do those things, and I think those racist people were still going to be racist. But maybe they will stop being so racist if people just obey, So, I just heard my friend is in America, and Donald Trump just banned all Muslims coming into the country. Apparently. And I was like, oh my fucking god. He's an idiot. He is an absolute fucking dickhead. Alright, so, look, it's not the religion. It's not the religion that's the problem. It's the extremists who are in that religion that's the problem. Now, I would understand if, say for instance, a Muslim comes into the country but has a police record. I understand that they ain't gonna let this guy in because he has a police record. It's got nothing to do with his religion or where he's from. It's because he has a police record. So, I'm sick and tired of people blaming religion over extremists. Religion and extremists are not the same. Someone... Don't let an extremist into your country. But you shouldn't ban all Muslims. What about those innocent families that want to get out of their war-ridden country because they're in fear of death? Are you going to ban a nice family, innocent family, just because of their religion? You are going to start the war, the religion war, the World War III, which will be the religion war. It's going to be... They say that they shove their religion down your throats. Oh my god. I have never ever had a Muslim ever come up to my front door, knock on my door and go, oh, do you believe in the Quran? Here's the Quran. Read this. You should be Muslim. This. Yeah. No, you don't. You get Mormons, Anglicans, Christians, Catholics coming to your freaking door, knocking on your door and go, this is the Bible. Here, read the Bible. You must believe in God, Jesus, Mary, Joseph, Muhammad, Moses. You need, you. Knock, knock, knock. Stop. 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 Oh. I've had it. I've so had it. I'm gonna just crawl under my rock and stay there until this is all over. And on that note, you know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'll subscribe back to you. Take it easy. Turn that easy into a sleazy. I'll catch you on the flip side, and I'll smell you later.